Hi and welcome to a quick Thrive Automator walkthrough. This one is gonna be a very specific example in which I want to show you how you can create the following scenario. If someone completes or finishes any first lesson of your Thrive Apprentice courses, they get sent an email saying maybe congratulations on finishing your first lesson, here's a coupon code for the next course maybe, or anything like that. This can easily be done using Thrive Automator, Thrive Apprentice, and an autoresponder. What I'm going to show you now is a very specific example which can actually be done in multiple ways, and this is just one way in which you can do it. In this scenario, let's say that the first lessons of both of my Thrive Apprentice courses have the same name, Introduction, for example. So in this case, the automation will be created using lesson IDs. So let's go ahead and get started and show you what I mean. I'm going to start by accessing Thrive Automator and creating a new automation. The automation will look like this. Whenever a user completes a lesson in a course and the lesson ID is any of the following, and these are the IDs of both first lessons from my two courses, then the user will get tagged in an autoresponder, in this case ActiveCampaign, and a tag is added to them. Then we'll head over to ActiveCampaign, where we create an automation that starts every time this tag is added to a contact and an email is sent to them. And in my case, this email will say, congrats on finishing your first lesson, here's the discount code for your next course, so that we encourage our customers to enroll in more courses. So I'm going to go back to Thrive Automator and show you how to do everything from scratch. However, before that, let's head over to our courses in Thrive Apprentice real quick, because I just want to show you that if you access any course, you will see that in the Content tab, you will have an ID for each type of content. So as you can see, this will be the ID of the module. Then if you open up the module, you have the chapters, and all of them have their own IDs as well. And of course, for each lesson, you will have a separate ID. This is just to show that you can actually create your automations based on module, chapter, or lesson IDs if that's what you need. Now let's go ahead and create the automation in Thrive Automator. As always, I'm going to start by clicking on Add New to open a new automation canvas, and the first thing I'm going to do is name it. Now for the start trigger, we're going to go for the Apprentice category and choose the user completes a lesson in a course start trigger. And now, as I said, we want the automation to start for any first lesson of my courses. For that reason, I'm going to condition the start trigger, for which we can use this section, and we're going to go for the lesson ID. Now, of course, we could have used the lesson title as well, but in my case, both of the lessons are called Introduction. So this is not really relevant, which is the reason why I'm going to go for the lesson ID. And then we're going to see that the condition will be lesson ID is any of the following. And here we're going to choose the first lesson for each course. So as you can see, if we click on this field, both of my courses will appear, and I'm going to open them up and choose the first lesson of each one. As you choose one, the ID will appear here, and you can go ahead and choose the second lesson. So we now have this condition. Whenever someone completes a lesson that has either this ID or this ID, then the automation will start. So we're done here. We can click on Done and choose the next action that should happen, which in this case, as I said, is going to be one from the email category. And I'm going to go for the tag user in autoresponder one. Now, if you click on this field, a list will open with all of the available autoresponders that you have previously connected or integrated from the Thrive dashboard. In my case, I have only connected ActiveCampaign to my Thrive dashboard, and I'm going to choose it right here. And then in the next field, you can add the tag to be added to this user or contact. When you've typed in your tag, you can hit Enter on your keyboard, and then we're all set here. We can click on Done. Now don't forget to make your automation active, and you can click on Save and Finish. Now that we've created our automation in Thrive Automator, we can head over to ActiveCampaign to set up that automation as well and to finish the process. Now this is my ActiveCampaign dashboard. I'm going to go to the left sidebar and go to the Automations tab. And I'm going to create one from scratch by clicking on Create an Automation here. And I'm going to go for the Start from Scratch option, which will take me to this page. As the start trigger for this one, I'm gonna go for the tag is added trigger. And here we're gonna have to input the same tag that we've also used in Tribe Automator so that we can connect the two automations. And you're also able to choose how many times this automation should run. I'm gonna stick to once and click on add start. And as the next action that should happen, I want to choose the send an email action. Of course, you'll be able to create the new email and go through that entire process and customize it as you wish. Alright, so I have finished setting up the automation and I have set up this email as well. Again, all there's left to do here is click on active right here so that we make sure that the automation starts running. So now we're finished with both of our automations and I'm gonna go ahead and test everything out to see what happens when someone finishes the first lesson of any of my courses. Alright, this is one of the courses. I'm gonna click on start course. And since I'm not logged in, I will have to create a new account or log in. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly create a new account and see what happens. Alright, let's hit sign up. And the first thing that I will notice in my inbox is that I will get an email from WordPress with my account details since I have just signed up on a new website. These are the account details that will give me access to the course in the future. So now I'm back in the course and I already have access to the first lesson, which is this one, the introduction lesson. And let's go ahead and hit mark lesson complete and go back to our inbox to see if our setup works properly. Alright, the lesson has been marked as complete and this is the inbox. Let's go back to our list of emails. And as you can see, we have just received the email coming from ActiveCampaign, which is basically the one that we've set up to be sent to the users that have the first lesson complete tag added to them. So as you can see, everything works just fine. Now, this is one of the ways in which you can make use of the lesson ID from Tribe Apprentice. I really hope this tutorial was useful, and as always, don't hesitate to check out the rest of the tutorials and articles from the knowledge base and YouTube channels.